Hello everyone, I'm Oluwafemi. Very briefly, I want to explain this data set to us all in the way I understood it and from the teaching of the instructor in the three classes. I've been able to use majority of his techniques to analyze, to clean, and to visualize this particular data. And I could remember in his class, he made mention of something. He said when you want to work with the data, you don't just start working on that particular data set, regardless of how professional you are. The first thing you have to do as a data analyst is to duplicate this data. You have to make a copy, just make a copy, so that in case you made any error, you have something to refer back to. Okay, I'm naming this as working sheet. I'm naming this as working sheet. Okay, so this is the sheet I'll be working with. I'll keep this as my backup in case I make some mistake and I have to go back to my original data, so I can be able to go back to this. So from the teaching, we can see that this data is inconsistent. They are not well arranged. According to the instructor, the first thing we should do is we should try and make this data set at least look fine and presentable. And the first thing to do is you click here to highlight all. Then you can double click on any part of this data set. In as much as you have shown this plus sign, you double click, it will automatically fit in this data in their respective cells. As you can see here, I can do that to this also. I've done that to the rows. Now I can do same to the column. Now I've double click the column. You can see it has evenly spaced everything, and I can see everything at one view. Now let's continue. Now I've been able to achieve this, but for me to actually make this data look fine so that at least they'll be seeing what I want to do, the first thing I will do is let me border this. Let me border it. This is border here. Okay, border all. I've border all. Now I can see everything. Now let's go to our data instruction. The mini project data cleaning and analysis task. What's the objective? Your task is to clean and analyze the given data set by following the instructions below. This exercise will help you practice data cleaning techniques and perform basic exploratory data analysis. Now these are the instructions. The first instruction says remove duplicate IDs. Remove duplicate IDs. Let's go to our working sheet. Oh, sorry, I missed the sheet up, so let me just continue with this. Since I have a backup here, let me just continue with this since I've started working with this. So the first thing is this: we are asked to remove duplicate ID. In this data set, how do we tend to identify duplicate ID? Because me looking at it, this is one. What do you mean by duplicate? That means the ID that appears more than once. But the way as it is now, I might not be able to do, but there's a function in Excel that you can use. That's in conditional formatting. You highlight this column, you go to your conditional formatting, then you use highlight cells rules, then you go to duplicate values. You can see all your duplicate values are already highlighted for you in this color. Now we know those values, those ID that appear more than once. See 4 here, see another 4 here, it has appeared twice. See 5 here, see another 5 here, it has appeared twice here. See 6 and see another 6. So what we are going to do is we're going to delete the duplicate ID. But before we delete, let's confirm something. This is 5 and this is 16.67. Let's confirm whether it's the same thing. Okay, it's the same amount, so we don't have any issue. So what I'm just going to do is I'll just delete. Let me just highlight from here and delete. Now as you can see, the moment I deleted that particular portion, we can see that that duplicate has disappeared. That was the first thing we are asked to do from the instruction. Now let's go back to the next one. It said undo infinite values. Identify and drop any row where the price per unit column contains INF, as this value are not valid for analysis. Okay, the next thing we are asked to do is to remove the inf, that's the INF. If we check our data here, we'll see we have INF here, INF here, INF here, and INF here, and INF here. Because it is a small data and you can actually see the INF everywhere, left for me, I will just, this is what I do, I just highlight, then I hit my control key, I went to the other one, I highlight, then I go to the other one. No, this is not part of it. Okay, I highlight this, I highlight this, and I highlight this. So now I've highlighted all the places that have infinite, that's INF. So I will just right click and delete. Now I've deleted the INF. Now let's go back to the other instruction. The next instruction says regional analysis. Calculate the total quantity sold and the total value, that's quantity times price per unit for each region. Present your findings in a structured summary. We say we should find the total quantity sold. This is basic mathematics. Total quantity sold. So let's see it again here. The total quantity sold. When I had to find the total quantity sold, what we're just going to do is to multiply the quantity times the price per unit. Just multiply this and this together. You understand? So we should find what the total quantity sold. So we're going to create another column. Total. I'll be using quantity sold. I'll be using this total quantity sold. For us to get this, we use our equals to, as the instructor have said. You highlight this, then your shift star, then you hit this again, then you press enter. The instructor also said that you can hit this lower part. If you hit it, it will autofill to this level. So if I hit it this way, that's autofill to this level. But the reason I'm having this hash is because the figure does not have enough space to breathe. So if I double click, you see everything will show up. So this is our total quantity sold. That's quantity times price per unit, and which we have already gotten here. So let me border this the way I border others. Okay, let's go back to the instruction again. It said calculate the total quantity sold and total value, quantity times this for each region. Present your finding in a structured analysis. Okay, this is what we have gotten so far. So now, if you want to do analysis on this, but we need to check something. The instructor once said that when you want to work on a data set, you should be mindful of blanks. And I'm seeing a blank here. Let me put blank in front. I'm seeing a blank here. I'm seeing a blank in this row. Let me highlight it red. I'm seeing a blank here. I'm seeing a blank here. Let me put it red. Okay. The reason why I put this red is because I'm seeing a blank here. But this kind of data, the way I saw this data, it might not necessarily affect our analysis, because if we remove it, it will affect our analysis, because we have and we sold some goods, but maybe possibly they forgot to register the region. So I feel in this analysis we should not remove this blank, because since we still have a figure here and we have a figure here, because this is like they contribute to the total goods sold. Yes, they contribute to it. So the only reason why I will remove this is if I have this empty, I will have removed it. But since I don't have this empty, I don't know. But based on what I've seen here, or I don't know, I should just leave it with my analysis. So now, if we want to do our analysis, what we just do here is let me open another sheet. Let me call this analysis analysis. Okay, now this is where I'm going to put my pivot table. And for me to put my pivot table, what I will just do is I'll go here. Okay, let me click here. Let me go and insert from table range. Sorry. Okay, from table range. Let me go to this place. From table range. Okay, new worksheets. Okay, then I'll add. Okay, now I've added my pivot table. This is my pivot table here. I've added it. I hope you all saw the way I did it. Okay, so just follow the guide, because for me at some point I was confused. But this is it. Let's go back to our instruction. The instruction says you should do a structured summary on this. Okay, let's just do a dry one. Let me see what we can actually do here. Let me drag the region. Let me drag the region. Let me drag the quantity sold. Or else, no, don't let me use product. Okay, let me use rating. No. Let me use name. No. Okay, for the purpose of this this analysis. Let me just work with this. What we'll just do here is, let me check my data again. Okay, this is a date. Okay, I just saw something here. This is a date, and I'm seeing time attached to it. I can actually change the format of this date to just short dates. I will highlight, let me just highlight all. I can press Ctrl 1, which will take me to dates. Then I can choose this format of dates. Let me choose this format of dates. Now it has adjusted the date for me, so I think this looks more better than before. Let me align to the left. Let me align this to the left and align to the left. Okay, that's all the dates. Now let me copy this. Copy this. Let me delete this sheet. I don't need it. Okay. Now you can make analysis from these two tables. This table I just created here with the region, and that means I'm just trying to tell you that in the east, this was the total goods they sold. That's $4,400. That's what they sold. You can visualize this on a pie chart, on a bar chart. Let's visualize this on bar chart. Let me insert. Okay, let me put it like this. So this is just a representation of what we are seeing here. Now I've been able to visualize this on a bar chart, which we can all see here, and at the same time I can decide to sort. Let me sort this in ascending order. Let me sort. Where am I even supposed to sort? I want to sort this. Okay, sort here. Let me sort from small to line up from large to. Now I want to see the, yes, I want to see. So they made more sales in the south. More sales was made in the south. So even with this, I can still do something. Since this is okay, let me just say something here. IS sales, let me just put HS here. Then let me mirror this here, equals to, we were taught this by the instructor yesterday, how we can reference a particular I don't think this will work. I don't think this will work. But let me see. Let me select data to not work. Okay, let me just delete this. So what I'm just trying to show to us is I've been able to visualize this particular data set we've seen here in a bar chart. So, and the instructor said we should clean the data. This summary table showing total quantity of this, a short report explanation of the steps and insights from this. So from what we've been able to do here, I can actually write some insights, some steps I took to do this. Let me insert text. Let me do text box. Then I will just type in here. Okay, I removed let me just say steps 1. I removed duplicates. 2. I removed infinite numbers. I removed infinite, let me just put it that way, let me keep it short. That's the inf. Then what else did we do? um, what else did you do? Remove duplicates, remove this. Then we did we got the total goods sold. We calculated the total goods sold. What else did we do? We created a pivot table. Then I use bar chart to visualize. Then that's the fifth one. I used bar charts to visualize the data. So I think that's a rundown of what we did. This is a rundown of what we did. Okay, this is a rundown of what we did. So thank you for watching. I hope this will help us in our project. Thank you very much.